So it is Tuesday night. I'm leaving for the Netherlands on Wednesday, which means that I need to be packed for Antarctica because we're flying out of the Netherlands and, well, obviously that's like Christmas, whatever, everything. And I have not packed. I need to pack like right now, today. So I flipped my food and my food is now back in the oven. I will kind of let you know how I organized all of this to make sure that I actually have everything. Essentially, I just created a massive spreadsheet of everything that I found online that I actually needed to have. And I kind of kept track of it, if I had the item and how many, and if I needed more or if I just needed in general. And if it was sorted, I just put one so they can easily filter on it. Yeah, it's essentially a whole massive list, which also includes things like Christmas outfits, because I won't be on a voyage until January 3rd. However, I will be leaving for the Netherlands on the 18th of December. So there's this whole chunk in the middle where I need to have outfits and other things, and especially Christmas, like you need celebratory outfits, and some of these are with the same people to just like rock up to the same outfit. Maybe not. So I have tried my best and collected kind of everything that I want to bring and just dumped it in the living room. So besides my living room not being walkable anymore, this is everything I kind of chucked here, which is crazy. This is a pile of just fleeces. I know. So we are going to have to organize this and actually make sure that this fits in the bag. I am slightly frightened, but I will talk through everything that I'm packing, particularly the things for Antarctica. Maybe not so much the non-Antarctica stuff, because that's not why you clicked on this video. I suppose I'll get going. Oh god, I nearly got attacked by something else on the table. Anyway, I changed position. I'm now in a different place in the living room, which is very, very horrible lighting. My plan right now is to pack everything for Antarctica that I don't need for any other like event in a bag so that I don't have to touch it anymore until I'm actually in Antarctica. That's the plan. That's my strategy. I think that's probably the best thing to do. So I found a bit more of a solution to the like weird lighting situation, but this is the first stack I have, which will be like thermos. So essentially this is a windbreaker, which is something I used to wear going out ice skating. It's like the waterproof material, whatever. I figured I might be able to just pop this on under need a coat, like if I'm just on the boat, maybe not necessarily on Antarctica itself, because the coat that you get provided supposedly has like all of these windbreakery layers. Then in the same department I have two thermal leggings, and both of them are actually slightly different. This is kind of more your traditional thermo legging that you would think of, a thermal underwear. It's by this brand called Craft, which is a brand that's not very popular in the UK but is quite popular in the Netherlands, which is where I'm originally from, hence why I'm going back for Christmas. But yeah, I got one of these, and then I got a second one that's thicker and has a thin layer of fleece in it, and it's a dark blue. And this one is actually from Decathlon. It really wasn't expensive at all, and it kind of looks more like an actual legging, so I probably feel more comfortable roaming around in this without like an outer layer on the boat versus this. Like again, I don't know if people are just walking around in a thermos, like I have no idea what the vibe is going to be. I also feel like it's going to be quite dependent on a group of people. You could be with a group of people that's generally more like has a more casual mindset versus a group of people that has a more formal mindset. I don't know. It probably also the people that kind of create the vibe and whatever. Anyway, we'll see. I'm going to try and talk quickly because otherwise it's going to take forever. Then I have two of these Craft like thermos, essentially long sleeve shirts. I won't like unfold all of them. They're the same material as the leggings that I got. This one is quite thin. It's just supposed to just, you know, keep the moist away and keep you warm. Yes, I got two of those. Then I have two very old ones that I actually owned prior. These ones are a slightly different material. They're slightly warmer and they have a quarter zip and they have a bit more of a high neck to them, which I always really liked being outside on an ice skating rink and skating around. But again, like I don't know if I would prefer that or not, or what the situation will be. But yeah, I'll pack those. So I will have two, I suppose, more colder thermos and two more warmer thermos and leggings for each of them. I don't know. Again, I'm going to go back to this video afterwards and see how much of the stuff I actually used, but that will be a later video. So then I have another Craft one, which is the same kind of material. This one is actually too big on me. I am therefore not planning on bringing this for myself. I'm actually bringing this as a spare for other people. But yes, this is everything I have, and I will absolutely not use any of this pre going on Antarctica. So this is going to go in one packing cube. So there's some more space in my first packing cube, so I'm going to put in some more stuff. stuff that's Antarctica only, which will be a neck gaiter. This one I've had for absolutely ages. I use it on the slopes. Now it's gonna go to Antarctica. Then I have a slimmer one that I normally would use on the inside of it and just kind of pull that over my face kind of a bit, and then have my ski goggles on if it's really chilly. And then lastly, in this kind of like fleecy section, I need to cut off the tag still, but I have this hat which is by this brand called Seasickness. It's brand new because you're not allowed to have a hat with a pom-pom on because it has loose fibers, so you actually have to buy a beanie style hat. This one is actually fully waterproof despite it being knitted, which is why I got it specifically from this brand, and it has a fleece line inside also, so it's going to be quite warm. I believe the coats that we get are going to be red, so I didn't want to go with a colour that would clash with the coats. It's maybe a bit ridiculous, but maybe something to keep in mind. So for my next packing cube, I am just going to pack everything that I need in Argentina, so that's kind of like in one place. We're doing a bit of a pre-extension in Argentina, so we'll be there for like we'll be there for New Year's, which is obviously like yet another 2-3 days that I need to wear something for like 30°C weather. So I just, you know, grabbed like 2 skirts. I won't spend too much time with this. 2 skirts, some tops, some, oh my god, I probably grabbed too much stuff. A sports top that I can also just wear later on at the boat, more tops, some bottoms, and something to wear at night because we're going to this tango thingy, and something to wear sparkly on New Year's Eve because obviously like it's New Year's Eve, right? I should wear something sparkly, and a hat. So I'm gonna put all of that into one packing cube so that's out of the way and kind of out of sight. Did I pack too much stuff? Potentially, but on the way back I feel like we're also staying an additional night, to have some summery clothes might actually be quite helpful. So I still have some spare space in this like situation, so I'm gonna slide in some spare PJs so that I just have those just in case for Argentina. I don't know, I'm just gonna slide them in. Cool. Then for on the boat, I actually have a whole bunch of sportswear and also kind of like sportswear slash loungewear. So first off, bikinis, because there will be a pool on the boat. Then I have a swim cover up that I normally use at the beach, but I figured walking around the ship, I don't know if they give you bathrobes, I don't know if it's going to be accepted to walk around in a bathrobe to the pool, so I'm just gonna bring a cover up, and if I'm not using it then I don't know. Then some sports outfits, essentially like a sport shirt, which is an Adidas shirt. I have some shorts and another pair of shorts. I have a matching sports bra for one of my shorts. And then I have 3 pairs of leggings. So essentially with these, I feel like I will probably maybe end up wearing them like beneath the suit if it's not that cold. In terms of if I don't need a thermal wear, I can see myself wearing these as well, but also just to like do a bit of workout and maybe even lounge in and chill and walk around the boat in. I don't know how casual it's going to be when people work up to breakfast. Are they going to be wearing leggings and sneakers, or is everybody going to like go dressed up fully in jeans and then change into something else? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to bring those because they are multifunctional for 3 purposes, so definitely going to bring 3 of them. I'm bringing a 4th pair, but I will pack that separately because I actually want to wear that while traveling, so I took it out of this stack. So this is going to fit in one packing cube, hopefully. So then I am going to quickly talk you through all of the fleeces that I'm bringing. I know, please don't judge me. This whole thing, please just don't judge me. I'm just way over prepared. Where do I start? I'm not going to put these in a packing cube because they're so bulky. I'm just going to shove them where there is space in my bag. Anyway, this is the first one, which is a white one. It has a bit of a knitted print on it. It is by Gilly Hicks, which is kind of like the underwear brand by... Oh, there's a coffee cup in the way. Apologies. Which is the kind of underwear, sportswear brand by Hollister. It is just very big and bulky. I think it might be more of like a loungy one than the next. So the next fleece I have is actually a bit more outdoorsy, which is just a standard Berghaus, like quarter zip style dark bluish fleece. It's a thin fleece. I figured it would be nice to just slip on underneath, like going outside in the jacket, that type of thing. So definitely bringing that one, definitely a bit more of an outdoorsy one. Then for another outdoorsy one that's much thicker, I have this Columbia one, which is a quarter button. Either way, it's much thicker. It's more of like a Sherpa style wool. So yeah, hopefully on colder days I can wear this one instead. Then I also am bringing my just my quarter zip Patagonia because I don't know. Then I'm also bringing this LL Bean quarter button situation as well, which is, it's like a thicker fleece than a Berghaus, but it's thinner than a Columbia. Either way, it's definitely like an actively outdoorsy thing, whereas the Patagonia may be more formal on the boat. And then I am bringing a second Patagonia, but this one is actually a full zip one. So this one just like fully zips, because everything I'm bringing so far has been quarter zips, and I don't know if I feel like unzipping something. I don't know. This also maybe potentially slightly more formal on top of like a dress shirt or whatever, either way. Lastly, I have this one, which is the North Face quarter zip fleece. It's similar to the Berghaus. It's like a thinner fleece, but similarly to the Patagonia, it's a full zip one. So this one like fully unzips. So on a really warm day on Antarctica, I think this might be the best one, because I can actually like unzip it and kind of like air out. So yeah, those are the ones that I'm bringing, and I'm just going to shove them separately in my bag where there is space, because they're bulky on their own. Okay, then for shoes, like I know that you don't need to bring your own boots, because you'll be provided with them to actually like go off board on Antarctica. However, for on the boat and outside on the deck, it will still be quite chilly. So I figured I would bring my wintry Doc Martens. They are kind of like Sherpa lined on the inside and bottom, so they're going to keep my feet nice, warm and toasty. I was thinking about actually getting a pair of Uggs and potentially wearing those around, because it seemed to make sense. However, I don't know how slippery the outside deck is going to be, and also Uggs don't tend to do very well in wet weather, so I figured that these might be the better solution, and I already had them, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go with some very wintry dogs that have like reinforced bottom that won't be slippery. Okay, and so since the boots can be a vessel to actually put in some other stuff, I'm going to pop in some ski socks. I have 2 pairs here. I ordered 2 new pairs, but those will be shipped to my mother in Amsterdam, so I won't have them until I'm back home. But at least I'm bringing these videos, my 2 favorite pairs. So I will have 4 pairs on a journey, which will be absolutely lovely. They are all by this brand called Valky. I just really enjoy them, and I will get a ton of wear out of them later on skiing, so they won't go to waste. And on top of that, I will also slip in some glove liners. I got these ones. They are partly merino wool, and they are from Decathlon. I never know how to say the name of this store, but they were only like £12, so they were not ridiculously expensive. And on the colder days, I can just slip these into my gloves, or just in general, because they actually work on your phone, whereas my thick winter gloves won't. So if I slip out my hand to like tap my phone to take a photo or anything along those lines, I will still retain the heat to a certain degree instead of losing it. So all of this I will be slipping into my boots, and then when I'm back home, I'll add in the final 2 pairs of socks. Then, since we are on the topic of warm feet, I'm bringing some cozy socks. So these are cozy socks that are actually slim enough to go into kind of slippers or boots or the shoes or sneakers or whatever, and they're just woolen. These ones are brand new. They're by Calzedonia, and I got 1 pair of these, and then these I have another pair which is a slightly less nicer pair, and they're just from Boohoo. Nothing special, nothing crazy, but hopefully I get a ton of wear out of these. Then, to be kind of like roaming around the ship, I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, but I have these like Birks lookalikes, like are they called the Boston ones? I'm actually not sure, but like these kind of slip-ons, and I think they will look so cute when I just slip on some socks and some leggings. And if the vibe is quite cozy, I can just wear this around, you know, walk somewhere to the library or something, and just kind of like slip on some leggings and read a book and just be all cozy and whatnot. Again, I don't know how casual the ship will be, but since I will likely be wearing these socks and these kind of like slip-ons together, I will just put these socks into here. Another kind of easy shoe thing are some flip-flops for the pool. Then quite obviously I'm going to bring a ton of underwear and socks. I won't like go through this in detail. I'm just going to put this in one bag together so that I know for like throughout my trip where all my underwear is essentially, and socks. So then I have another non-Antarctica thing. I have some figure skating stuff. You're actually not allowed to skate on Antarctica. I did ask because I'm a figure skater, so I cherish my lovely skates. Either way, so I will be doing some ice skating while I am back home in the Netherlands, and I will be bringing like a shirt, some socks that I use for ice skating. This one actually should be in my other thingy. Some socks that I use with ice skating, some like ice skating gloves that I will be bringing to Antarctica, as well as like a cloth to wipe my blades, some figure skating leggings, some tape, and some hard guards that I actually need to slip on in transit and take off the soft soakers. So yeah,
these ones, I am planning on putting all of these little things into my skates so that that will all be together, and then if I go to the rink, I can just grab my skates and go. Okay, so then we have the category of tights. So on the ship, in some restaurants, you will have to wear like a dress or skirt, slacks, and no jeans, leggings, or casual wear is allowed. And we do have some bookings for those restaurants, so I need to bring something that I can wear around. I personally don't own any like formal trousers, so I'm gonna have to stick with dresses and skirts, which will be quite chilly given the whole like, you know, Antarctica vibe, and potentially maybe wandering outside of the ship. I do think, however, that I might have tackled the issue. So recently I actually bought these from Caledonia, and I've worn them once at this point, but they're essentially tights, and they look like they are, you know, normal tights, but you know, you can see my fingers kind of pointing through. Funny story, is actually a double layer, and it has a fleece layer in a skin tone color below, which is actually fleece lined. So this is going to be quite a warm solution. So these are actually kind of like your normal tights, where you can see my hand through, just like my actual hand, and then you have the skin color layer, and then you can kind of see my fake hands because in between my fingers it looks the same as my fingers. I don't know if this makes any sense at all, but I will be bringing these. And then I bought a second pair also from Caledonia, which is the same brand as I got these tights from, which is kind of the same effect or idea, but these ones, instead of having 2 layers, are just the 1 layer, and as they stretch out they become more skin tony. This feels, to be fair, slightly more chilly than the other ones, but I don't know, I haven't worn these yet. I will have to give these a try, and I'll see which one I prefer and which one I like best. I suppose this one is probably slightly longer lasting because it's not 2 separate layers, so I won't get any leathers or rips in them. But yeah, so these 2 I am bringing, and this one I'm testing, and these ones I'm bringing. Then on top of that, because I do have so many formal Christmas occasions prior to that, I do have to bring just normal ties, and you know how quickly they rip, and I have like at least 5 formal occasions, so I'm bringing 4 pairs of ties, which might be a bit insane. I could also maybe potentially bring 3. I'll see how much I can stick in the little thing. You know what, I'll just bring 3. I keep 1 at home. So they're my favorite normal standard Caledonia ties. So then I have my first set of kind of my formal wear for Christmas. So first thing I'm going to do is I have 2 Christmas lunches and my birthday on the weekend of the 21st and 22nd. So I am going to bring a nice pair of shoes, as well as like a nice skirt, a dress shirt, and a sweater that I was planning on wearing on both days because I'm seeing different people and on my birthday. So for the 2 days, that will be my outfit, and one of those like, you know, shoe thingies to pop on your shoes. I will be popping this in a separate bag so that will be together, and just for convenience for now, I will slip in the bag with the tights so that I cannot forget to bring any tights with me. So all of this is now nicely together in one tote bag so that I cannot forget anything on my way to my in-laws. So next thing up is my husband, who has actually forgotten to bring some stuff back home, which includes a thick cashmere sweater. He is the type of guy who just wears a polo shirt year round, and the coat that he puts on kind of makes the difference for him. I am always cold. I don't understand how he does that and how he survives, but he's that type of person. And then his mom went through his stuff and was like, you didn't pack a single jumper, and he went like, nope. So we're packing him a single jumper, as well as 2 dress shirts, because he only brought, I believe, like white ones, and I think the commentary was that he should bring more than just plain white ones. So I will slip that in a little tote bag and put that separately in my bag, so it will be easy for me to hand to him while I'm back home. Next pile of clothing, knitted jumpers. So I probably won't bring all of these to Antarctica just because some of them are Christmas jumpers and we will be there in the new year, but I will be bringing some of these along for wear in the Netherlands also. This is actually my favorite knitted jumper, which is the blue quarter zip. I most certainly will be bringing this to Antarctica. Then I have a Christmas jumper from Screwfix because I like myself some DIYs. Then I have a kind of like sweater vest and another knitted jumper. I am very likely to bring the sweater vest and bring this one cricket jumper to Antarctica. The Christmas jumper I will be leaving at home, but I will bring along. And then I have this nice jumper, which is just a white one. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to bring this. I probably will bring this to Antarctica. I'm not quite sure yet, to be fair, what I'm going to do with these, because I also have a stack of just sweatshirts. So I have settled on a bit of a segmentation. So I've added in this more formal skirt that I will be bringing, but I probably won't be using until Antarctica. And I have grabbed these two jumpers that I will likely not be using whilst in the Netherlands. So these two, well, the sweater vest and the cricket jumper and the skirt, I will be packing in a packing cube for Antarctica solely if I do need to So there is still some space left in my packing cube that I just packed with Antarctica only. So I decided to put some more Antarctica only stuff in there, which is gloves. So I have a pair of skiing gloves that I really like dearly, that are Montanas by the North Face, but unfortunately they did start to deteriorate. As you can see, kind of the material ripped off a little bit and the wind kind of goes through it. So I was in the market for some new gloves. So instead of buying the exact same ones, I actually upgraded to a slightly nicer pair that's like a leather inside and it's just slightly warmer than this. You can see it's the same size and these are so much bigger. Either way, I now have two pairs of gloves, one backup pair or more like maybe an on the boat type of pair, as well as a pair to go on like actual excursions and stuff. So I will be putting both into the same packing cube since I'm not going to use these otherwise. Since this is the Antarctica only pack list, I'm also going to pop in some Scopodam, which are seasickness patches. I know these are a whole lot, but they're not just for me, they're for multiple people. So I'm going to pop those in there as well in the same packing cube. And I also have one of these little bags for my phone so that my phone will stay dry when we're going on landings and I can still use it and take photos. I should probably clean it because it does have a bit of beach sand in it. And on top of that, I also will be bringing one of these little bags, which is one of those roll-up bags where you can bring other like stuff that cannot get wet with you on land. I personally don't really see how I'm going to use it, but I own it, so I'm just going to bring it. If somebody else in the family wants to use it, I just have it. Then I have more shoes. Yay! So actually these heels are for Argentina, so I'm just gonna pop them in the same place since if it's going to Argentina, it's going to Antarctica, so the heels are going to Antarctica. Then I have some loafers for actually on the boat to wear because they're actually quite comfortable. They have a rubber sole. My really nice loafers, I'm not going to leave them behind in the Netherlands. Similarly with my ice skates, I'm not going to bring those to Antarctica. And then I have some nice kind of heeled sandals also for Argentina. So those shoes I will be bringing along with me and I'll pop them in the same kind of packing cube to make sure they're all together. And subsequently the summer shoes are going to Antarctica. Nothing I can do about it. There is more. Yay. There is one additional skirt that I potentially think of wearing on the other Christmas days. And then I have a stack of just kind of like polo shirts and one t-shirt that I will be bringing along with me. And I have some jeans. We'll be bringing 2 pairs of jeans and we'll be wearing a third because that's also helpful on a boat, but also in the Netherlands and potentially not so much in Argentina, but it is helpful in the other places. Then I will bring some loungewear, some nice beige joggers because I do want to wear something while roaming around my parents' or my in-laws' house, as well as potentially on the boat. Who knows? Don't know how casual it is, but I'm just going to bring it. Then final bit of clothing, more jumpers. I'm probably bringing way too many. Probably am. But these are sweatshirts. There's 4 of them and I'll be wearing one on my way back to the Netherlands, and one of these actually needs to go in the washing machine so I can pop that on. And on top of that, I have my part of my travel outfit, which is some Lululemon flare leggings and some aligned tanks. I'll be wearing that with a sweatshirt. So these will be good for on the plane because we have a plane ride from Amsterdam to Buenos Aires and then from Buenos Aires to Ushuaia and then the same kind of route back, but also on the ice skating rink, as well as to kind of roam around the house when I don't really have anything to do. So that's kind of my situational plan. And all of this stuff, since I will be using this around the trip, I actually opted to put in a separate bag. So I grabbed this kind of mini Patagonia duffel that I will use as a packing cube. But then if I'm in the Netherlands and I'm kind of sort of repacking the stuff that I'm not bringing to Antarctica, I can just pop in here and leave it at my mom's, and then if time is a time crunch, I can just grab this bag and go. So that's my plan. So I'm gonna put all of this stuff into that, and then I will be getting back to you with some final bits for Antarctica. And I nearly forgot to show you my cute little Panta pink pajamas. I have like a matching like nice shirt. It's so cute. Weirdly, 2 of the buttons came off, so I'm gonna have to ask my mom to sew it back on, but isn't it precious? It's so cute. I'm excited to wear this for Christmas. And I have this tiny little travel jewelry box. I have some earrings in here as well as some bracelets. I'll be popping the 2 loose buttons that I have in here as well, so I don't lose track of them, and I can give them to my mom to sew them back on. Honestly, we're so close to the end, which brings me to goggles. I will be bringing my ski goggles. I've had these for a while. I really like them. They're by Red Bull. They have the interchangeable lenses, so you can just essentially rip the lens off. There you go. It always looks so funny if you're both. And pop a different one on. This is kind of like the bad weather one, and then I have a sun one in here. So those will be absolutely perfect, because if it's quite chilly, it will actually keep my face warm. Then I have another pair of just sunglasses that are polarized that I always use for skiing. Nothing fancy. I only have some final bits left. So I have like a nice purse for Argentina. I have like electronics. Who feels like this when you're bringing stuff? Like I have my camera, chargers, whatever. I have dollars from Argentina, hard drive, some bank cards, a like disposable camera rolls, lip balm, sun cream, you know, the whole like shebang essentially is here. And then lastly, apart next to the graveyard, so price tags, I have a stack of books. I brought so many books, so I'm gonna be a happy camper.